Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today is the second quarter of 2022 already. Today is the 1st of April. The time flies, right? Today we will follow up with one stock that we introduced several times before. It is Paycom. Paycom is an app, right, for the payroll. Some of the employees of the staff in Americas use this Paycom for their payroll, right? The performance is good in the whole 2021, but it's still overvalued. So to be very careful about overvalue, because in the stock market, a lot of the stock, the performance is good, but the share price dropping is because it's overvalued. The share price is still too high. So we'll come to that in a moment. And our Falcon portfolio rise up back to 70% in this few weeks. But yesterday, Dow Jones been a big drop. It dropped at 550 points, right? So we will introduce in a minute. So if any of you want me to discuss on any of the stock or any subjects that I can, you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by Usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. And this is our Falcon 350,000 portfolio. Then you can see our portfolio been back to 70%. And this year we still dropped it 11%. Then hope tonight will be better. And Nasdaq's performance is 83%. And this is our covering. Then this is the stock Paycom. The performance in 2021 is good, but still is overvalued. It's too expensive. The stock price is too expensive still now, even after the drop in 2021. So Dow Jones yesterday dropped at 550 points. And I hope tonight, Friday night, will be better. And Nasdaq the same, dropped at 221 points yesterday. So we come to some headlines first, then we go to Paycom. So we can see the news, right? President Biden will release 1 million barrels of oil per day. Not one time, is per day, right? So what's the point of that is to, we all know that Fed is increasing the interest rate. But if the oil price keep rising up, then all effort is wasted, right? So Biden has to increase the supply of the oil, and then he is releasing 1 million barrels of oil per day. So the point is to make the word he used is rebalancing, right? He's using the word rebalancing for the oil supply unless the Ukraine and Russia case solved it. I don't think that he will have a better plan now. What he can do is release of the oil supply unless the situation becomes more clear, right? So, but the point is, we can see that the inflation in March is still very high, right? So the inflation is still 5.4% in March, still very high, right? The inflation is 5.4%. That means if the inflation keep on like that, and the one reason is because the oil supply increasing, because the oil price increasing. So America has to release that oil reserve. Otherwise, the oil price may rise up to 150, 170, or 200 US dollar per barrel. Then everything the Fed did wasted, no use. What makes me think of Paycom is the news, right? Tonight, that means Friday night, Then the Labor Department is to release the March job report, all right? And then the market is expecting the payrolls to rise 490,000 as the employment is close to pre-pandemic levels. And then the non-farm then is better in February, and the unemployment rate is 0.1% better in February, right? So we can see a chart like this, right? The purple one is for the non-farm payrolls, right? And then the green one, the lower one, is for the unemployment rate. We can see that during the pandemic 2020, it shot up sharply, but now is gradually decreasing and is very close to normal already, all right? So we'll see tonight, right? Then if the figures is okay, then we hope the Dow and the Nasdaq will become better. So we come to Paycom. Yeah, all we know that Paycom is an app, right? It's an app. Then a lot of company will use because some company in America, they has a lot of staffs. You have a lot of staff, then you have a lot of payroll. You have to calculate the tax. You have to manage the leave, the sick leave, the all kinds of expenses. So they will come to Paycom, then to pay the fee to Paycom, right? Then use their software, and then a lot of the employees also can use the software to get their payroll every month. So a lot of companies will pay the lump sum to Paycom, and then let Paycom do for the company, right? So that's what this app is doing. And then you can see that after the 2020 of the pandemic, the stock prices rise a lot. It rises at the dip of 2020, about 170, and then rise to 558. That means more than 2 times. That is far too expensive, right? You can see that now, even it dropped a lot. It dropped from 558 to 240 something, I think, right? So it really dropped it more than a half, right? But still it's too expensive. You can see the PE ratio is more than 100. It is different from Lululemon. Because Lululemon now the PE is just 49, all right? Just 49. We talked about that so many times that the normally the PE ratio at most can be a double of the net income increment. A double is a lot, right? A double is a lot already. So we go to Paycom, then we can see the result first. This report divided to 2 parts. One part is the last quarter of 2021. That means from October to November, then December, and then is the whole year of 2021. Very easy. So we use Q4 and FY is fiscal year. So we can see the revenue increase of last quarter is 29%. And then for the whole year is 25.44%. So you can think of they are nearly the same. And a lot of, we just will not look at the net income directly because a lot of things, you can see that on the adjustment on the net income to net cash is a lot of things that need to deduct or add back, right? So we just look at the net cash provided by the operating activity. Then how much is that? 319 million, increased at more than 40% than 2020. So we do a very easy calculation. So for every 100 of revenue, that means every $100 come into the company, then what's the cash they can generate? In 2020 is 26.99. and in 2021 is 30. So in 2021, it performs better. We will see the non-GAAP net income. That means for everything not related. It doesn't mean it not happen, but not related to the main business. So we get rule of that. So that is the non-GAAP net income. So in Q4, the net income increment is 30%. And for the whole year is 27%. You can think of they are nearly the same because just 2% difference. And then I put them together. You can take a look. 2021 Q4, revenue increased 29%. And then the net income increased 30%. Nearly the same, right? In 2021 for the whole year, revenue increased 25%. And then the non-GAAP net income increased by 27%. Nearly the same. But not very good. If it performs good, the net income increment should be much higher than the revenue increment, like the target, right? The target, the revenue increased 13%, but the net income increased 40%, then it is remarkable. But for Paycom, nearly the same, right? So it's not good, it's not bad, right? So. So this is just to show if our thinking is correct. So we compare the EBITDA margin, right? EBITDA for same company, same business, right? In say tax rate, right? They should be the same within the company. So you can see that for the last quarter, right, the EBITDA margin is 38.4%, and for the whole year is 39.7%. So it's nearly the same as 2020. That means the efficiency of earning money of Paycom is nearly the same as 2020. Right, that's what it is. So this is what this explains. So this is the most important part. For 2021, the net income, so we call year profit. The profit will mean non-GAAP net profit, right? Is 260 million US dollar. And then the cash on hand is 277 million US dollar. And the long-term liability is 100 million US dollar. So it's a net cash company. Finance is good. All right. Finance is good. So everything is here, right? No matter it's by a quarter or by the whole year of 2021, you can see that the net income increment is not more than 31%, right? So at most, we can give the price to earning ratio is a double, nearly 60. But you can see now it's 102. That means the stock price is still too high. So it's still not the time for us to buy this stock unless the net income increment in this quarter, that means the first quarter of 2022, it rise up more than 60%, right? So you can buy it. More than 50% or 60%, you can buy it. But for this kind of traditional company, right? Because for payroll, then I don't think that they will suddenly have many customers to find them, right? When the customer to find them, then find them, right? If others, then it's the others. Unless this Paycom is expanding quickly to the whole world, right? But you have to let the customer trust you because they give you the money. A lot of company in USA give the money to Paycom first, right? Give to Paycom 1 year salary of 1 month salary or 2 months salary, and then let Paycom do the payroll, and then they complete the ledger, and then something else, right? So it's not easy for them to suddenly have a lot of customer come in, something like that, right? They just get some subscription fee, and then if you pay the money to Paycom, and then they may earn some interest, right? Because they get the payroll first and then distribute to the employees. So we will keep on following Paycom, right? We'll keep on following. But this is a good stock, right? This is a good stock, right, to me. But it's just too expensive. So you can imagine how expensive is at the time of 2021. It's over 580. That means at the time the PE is what? It's more than 200, must be, or 250. It's too expensive, right? So it must drop. Even now it's more expensive, right? But maybe for the investor, they think Paycom is a net cash company, so they give them a credit, but not to me, right? I will wait for the net income to increase, then catch up with the price and earning ratio, right? So today we have very condensed evaluation on Paycom. So if you like this program, so please give me a like, and then any comment is welcome, and then you can also share to your friends as well. So please help to push the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. So whenever there is a new video uploaded, YouTube will inform you immediately. Okay, today is Friday, so I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. So let's see next Friday. Bye bye.